So guys, we're in the bearish market, but let's keep building. I think the right moment for the industry is coming very soon. And as long as we believe the crypto is the future, all of us are going to win.
Hey folks, Flo here. We're at the VirgoCX Kick-Off Party for Futurist 2023. I'm here with Adam Cai, CEO of VirgoCX. So what was your personal aha moment that led you to blockchain?
Yeah, actually, I think blockchain industry, just in general, changes fundamentally how the traditional financial service industry works. It removes the intermediary, and it's actually trustless. I had spent like 10 years working in the financial service industry. So the aha moment for me is, there are so many different use cases, such as trading, such as derivative trading, lending. Like for the traditional world, we need like hundreds of people to support the business. But with the decentralized protocol, literally we only need some developers, and everything can be literally carried out by the protocol itself with no error. So I think that's the aha moment for me, because we wouldn't even imagine this to be possible in the traditional financial industry with such high efficiency, such low cost, and it can run 7/24 with no error.
Yeah, that's so true. Yeah. So blockchain is obviously an inherently digital industry. How important it is to have these kinds of live events in person for the community, for business, for the industry?
Yeah, I think it's actually extremely important. For the people, most of the times, the great ideas comes from discussion, comes from sharing. It's definitely not come from you sitting in front of a computer trading all the times, right? So I think tonight we have so many different speakers sharing their perspectives in terms of how do they think with the future of crypto, and I think these ideas can bump into your own thought, and they can build up based on other people's perspective, and they can track what's your thought and to figure out what's your next steps. So I think all those discussions contribute meaningfully to build your own business, to figure out what's your next steps. So I think this is the best venue to connect with the talent people who has a lot of different perspectives. It's very important.
And of course it's complementary with digital communication. I mean, we still live very much digitally today. So in terms of next steps, regulation has got to be the talk of the town, the most important hurdle to get over. You have a unique vantage point because you're navigating that regulatory environment yourself, building an exchange. Can you share a little bit about what it's like and what are you having to deal with in Canada or elsewhere?
Sure, I think in Canada we're still pretty lucky that our regulators, in most cases, they're cooperative and they are all open to different ideas, even though sometimes it can be tough to figure out what's the guidelines, what is the regulatory framework, but at least they give you the chance to talk, and they're actually showing their commitment to work with us to decide how the industry should work. So I think within Canada, it's a really good environment for the new ideas to incubate, right? And we also have the necessary, people, no matter from the users, investors, regulators, that give you the good environment for you to try out without trying to enforce it all the times like SEC, right? So I think we're lucky here. So I think the advice I would have is like all the the growth in the past for I guess unmanaged growth has already been gone. So for the future, if you have good ideas, think about how can you do this in a compliant manner, and in that way, I think your business can be sustainable. I think in Canada, you do have the chance to run a sustainable business, which can make a good revenue, but in the meantime, it's compliant.
Right, and therefore be more sustainable longer term,
exactly.
I guess. Right?
Yeah.
How would you describe the state of the Canadian crypto market? I mean, you operate in Canada, but also internationally, I believe.
Right, I think in Canada, we actually, the most ecosystem players are exchanges, asset managers, or miners, right? So we have little crypto decentral project, we have Layer Zero, we have the other one the Dapper Labs, but that's to the extent CryptoKitties, right? All these, but compared to the global level, we still don't have enough star projects per se. But I think but we actually have a really good amount of talents, right? Developers, right? Business people who have brilliant ideas.
Right.
So I think what we really need is we now need to attract capitals within Canada and also educate investors about our industry and get their risk tolerance level up so people don't have to always go to US to look for money, even though US has much more money. But I think in Canada, because the environment, as I mentioned earlier, they're pretty open. You can run a compliant business, sustainable business in Canada, so why not we build an ecosystem together, all in Canada. And I think right now the bearish market is the best time because the valuation is very proper. You don't have to spend a lot of money for nothing. Everything is pretty cheap. So it's a good timing to build.
Good to hear, good to hear. And obviously this is your event. You made some announcements earlier. Can you maybe share in a minute or less what is the biggest announcement from VirgoCX right now?
Yeah, VirgoCX, we have two big directions. One is we actually grow internationally. Recently we launched the US. We're in the process of getting the Hong Kong license to be able to expand to Asia. So the second thing is we acquired Axonomy investment. So we officially enter into crypto asset management business, right? So now we become a full service crypto financial service company. So not only dealing with trading, but also asset management. And we're also looking at the potential to do STO and RWA as well in the near future, real world assets, by the way. Yeah.
Great, great. And to wrap us up in maybe 10 seconds or less, any final message for the community about crypto? 10 seconds or less.
Yeah, so guys, we're in the bearish market, but let's keep building. I think the right moment for the industry is coming very soon. And as long as we believe the crypto is the future, all of us are going to win.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, Adam.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was a pleasure.